have a reading for a collective that has been reminiscing and going through the different parts of their spiritual journey since first awakening. So if that sounds like you, if you've been having a day of reflection or a week or a month even of just thinking about everything you've been through, this could really resonate for you. But we're going to start with what I already have pulled, which is the overall story. Okay, you've been reflecting on the past, the past that filled your cup, maybe the first time you opened your heart up to something more, something beyond, even the first time opening your heart up to miracles. Okay, you're reflecting on the things, the people, the situations you had to walk away from by choosing yourself, the things that were out of balance, but you walked away to find that inner balance, that justice within you, and that inner freedom. Okay, you freed yourself from a past that didn't allow you to be who you were authentically. Okay, part of that was hard. You had to defend yourself. You had to fight for yourself. You had to walk away from imbalanced relationships, people that didn't give the same energy that you gave, people that drained your inner energies, situations that drained your energy, jobs that drained your energy. You walked away from that and you found an inner peace, an inner union within yourself, the merging of your masculine and feminine energy, union, celebration within self, activating that love within yourself. But this took a lot of pain, a lot of dark nights, a lot of alone time. You got through it though, and the only way you got through it was knowing that the next day or when this energy subsided, you were alchemizing it into your power, your own magical wand to build something that was more deserving of you. This is a reflection. This is a story that a lot of us could put our lives in and look back on and say, we did all this. And without the specifics, this is the journey of awakening. It's the journey of living consciously, the journey of allowing yourself to be present and take time to connect and reflect and look at the reasons and the whys and the lessons and understand it. And also not have to understand it logically, because sometimes logic isn't there. You know, it's balancing the head and the heart. And that's really kind of a big deal for this collective. But understanding it, because knowing that had you not gone through these nights, you wouldn't be at the space that you're at to reflect and feel and understand that you are different. You have changed. You've alchemized completely who you are. And as much as you loved that past version of yourself, you knew that it was time to expand. And you said yes to a really hard journey. You said yes to yourself. You said yes to your higher self, and you went on this journey to co-create consciously with the universe if you're in this collective. So what's coming in? Because usually when you're at this time of reflection, that's because you're closing up a chapter. 999 is very significant if you're in this collective. You've probably seen it at least once today. Life purpose. This is your life purpose, first of all, is to live in presence, complete presence. You know, I was thinking about how I accept myself more ever since going through my own journey like this. I used to look down on myself for wanting to stay home and to hermit, but what I realize is my soul needs that. I need this time in my office to reflect and to sit in the presence of what I think is source, God, my ancestors, angels, guides. That's my time. That's my special time. That's when I can receive full presence. And when I do that daily, I carry that presence with me in my everyday life when I do go run my errands or I do go out in the world. And you know what I notice? When I embody that presence and I walk around, and you know, the reason why I thought about this was because I wrote in my journal this morning, small talk is excruciating. I don't like it. It's soulless. It just, especially when you're doing with someone who's just saying it because it's out of habit. But what I found is the more that I embody my presence, the more I pull out the presence of others. So the small talk turns to soul talk. Even if it's just a short exchange with a stranger, it's meaningful and it's worth it. We gain something from it. I watched something which, after reflecting on that, it came up right on my TikTok For You page, which is wonderful. Eckhart Tolle talking about frequency holders. He said in the past they used to be nuns, monks, and hermits. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that I could be a nun. I could see why someone would devote their life to God. Because when I sit in full presence, my heart opens up fully and I receive beautiful, loving messages. Everything just flows. That's what this card Life Purpose made me think of. It's like you guys are the frequency holders. You went through this specific journey and you're conscious of it. A lot of people go through this anyway. This is life. This is growth. But being conscious of it every step of the way and taking time to reflect on it and see the steps. And a lot of you have gone through so many painful things and it's hard to look at right after. So sometimes you have to take time to integrate it. And then when you get to a certain level, you can look back and say, oh my gosh, I do see where I grew there. I do see what I learned from that. And you know, it's pretty wild, but your life purpose, it's like all of this has meaning. It has purpose. And that's probably what you're being shown today if you're seeing me, or yesterday, or this week, or this month. I mean, you guys take your time in life because you guys embody full presence and you activate full presence in others, even out buying groceries or whatever you're doing. When you carry that and embody that, people look at you differently. They're just like, oh, there's something. You may actually, people might think you're weird, you know, and that's fine because you're used to that anyway. Because even before you went through the spiritual journey, you probably felt out of place if you're in this collective. The message from this card says the light of your inner knowing beckons you to take the steps to embark on a new task while embracing a positive attitude. As the sun comes out to greet you, it highlights the path you're to take. There may be diversions along the way, but each is designed to fuel you with the gift of experience that your soul requires in order for you to complete your mission. This little story you've played out a lot of times. It's a roadmap for each new level that you're on. And you guys are coming to the end of your previous level and you're about to have this new one. And each time you go through this level, you're more aware of it because you got the codes here. If you're seeing this, you're going on you're starting new, okay? You're starting new. Your inner child, an Ace of Cups too, is coming in here. You get to play again, okay? Because you're starting new after a huge change, after the death of an old cycle, 999. You guys are at the 10, you probably see 1010 today because you're completing something. You're completing something, and this is something to celebrate. Your whole team's celebrating you. Whatever presence you feel around you, they're celebrating today. Probably been celebrating all week, but today, I think you're feeling it. I challenge you to feel it today. One more thing I'm thinking of, if you cry today, especially if you cry, I cry a lot. It helps me release things, but I thought of this and I saw it, I think it's in one of my decks. One of the cards says, your tears are a result from the ice around your heart melting after you allow yourself to feel. Because if you numb yourself to the pain and you don't feel it, that ice just continues to get colder and colder. You guys have melted the ice, a layer of ice that's been around your heart, and you're getting ready to feel again. Feeling is living. And you guys are the feelers. You always feel, but man, you feel so deeply.